What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Kicking It with Fridays with me, Hussein the Brain. Thank you so much for tuning in to this live stream. We're going to be going over some fantasy football, NFL news, answering your questions. I got to cut this off an hour max. I got something to do. Then, right after this live stream, we'll head on over to the Discord voice channel. If you want to listen or talk, you can talk directly to me or listen to us. Usually, not too many people there, usually like 5, 6. I think at the most we have like 8 or 9 people max. So, everybody gets a chance to talk if you want to talk or just listen. But yeah, Fridays are chill. All right. So let's start off with the news. Bring this up, bring up my Twitter feed. And you can follow me on Twitter if you like at Fantasy Couch. Do you think David Montgomery plays? Ooh, I really don't know. I think that's a 50-50. Yeah, I really don't know. I would have said no if you asked me 3-4 days ago. But I really have no clue. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to start Waddle. Pardon me. What's up, Hooli? What's up, Larry? Brian in the building. What's up? Happy Friday to you, Val, as well. Winkin, what's up, man? Maddie, I see you in the building. I got JT. Kyle Pitts and Russ. Yeah, it's not looking good. I'm kind of dead in some leagues. Matter of fact, I'm about to propose a draft right now. A trade right now live on this live stream. Yeah, I mean, you should be lucky to start Jeff Wilson. Some of us had to start Naheem Hines. It sucks. So, in the duos league, it was one of my best drafts. Actually, I drafted with Mike Mattal. It's what it's called, the duos league. Everybody in this league has to draft with a partner. Oops, that's not it. Oh, look at the funny picture of Russell. Russell. That's not the right league. There we go. Duos league. We are pretty much dead in this. Let me tell you how dead we are. We drafted Tua. We drafted Javonte Williams. We traded for Cordell Patterson. We traded for Mike Thomas. We drafted Tyrion Davis Price. And we drafted Eli Mitchell. Get to the point. This whole live stream has no point. So sorry to disappoint you, but we're just gonna be chilling, talking about real football and mostly fake football. So I don't know if there's like a point. I mean, what's the point of anything? To get to the point. What is going on? It's Friday. That's the point, is it's Friday. But we are going to propose a trade. If the point is to propose a trade, we're going to get to the point. I'm in 14 leagues. This is one of the worst ones. But what really sucks, man, was this was one of the best drafts we had. It was just an incredible. We crushed it. So what we're gonna do is propose a trade. It's super flex, so we're gonna trade away Joe Burrow for Saquon, and if he declines, we might counter that. I feel like that's right. Sleeper is awesome. I feel like this is it. Like we're done in this league. We're dead. And the only way alive, maybe we got a 1% chance to survive, is if we find a flex start. Right now we're starting Sky Moore and Rashad White. And keep in mind, yes, we did have a good draft. It's just a lot of unluckiness. We traded away Allen Robinson. We traded away DJ Moore. Like we've been doing great. Matter of fact, the whole chat here is saying like, "Oh man, we've been getting away with trade robbery." So I'm gonna go ahead and trade for Saquon Barkley. I don't know if this will get accepted, but it is super flex, so it's not that lopsided. I know you're thinking it's lopsided, but in super flex, there's not any quarterbacks available to add. Andy Dalton is even rostered by me, but there's really nobody to add. So we're gonna send Joe Burrow for Saquon straight up. See if this gets accepted. And let's put a 24-hour timer on here. And I like to DM the person I usually try to trade with, father and son. I don't know who their partner is. Yeah, I forget who their partner is. I'll tag them. So you got a deal. All right, let's go on to the news. But yeah, we did just send that trade offer in Superflex. We give him Joe Burrow. He gives us Saquon. Let's see if he accepts. I don't think he will, but it's worth a shot in the dark. For the news, all right, guys, I'm going to go through the NFL fantasy football news. Are you guys ready? Keenan Allen has been ruled out. Josh Palmer and Dustin Hopkins are both questionable. The Cardinals released tight end Max Williams. Rondell Moore will be a game time decision. Hollywood Brown is good to go, though. He has no injury designation. Jake Elliott, Eagles kicker, is out for week 5. Both Minka Fitzpatrick and Cameron Hayward are good to go. Treylon Burks ruled out. Terrible Thursday night football game. It was boring, but also a lot of injuries. Naheem Hines, concussion. Also, the Broncos lose offensive tackle Garrett Bowles and cornerback Ronald Darby out for the season. Both those guys done for the year. Jahan Dotson has been ruled out for the Washington Commanders. Curtis Samuel, illness, should be good to go. He'll play. Brian Robinson has a realistic shot to be active and suit up for week 5. Harrison Butker did not practice today. Today is Friday, of course. Myles Garrett, no injury designation. He's good to go. Kyle Pitts, I believe it's a hamstring injury. He has been ruled out for week 5. Daniel Jones is good to go. He will play. But peep this, Kenny Galladay, of course, Sterling Shepard, Wandale Robinson, Kadarius Toney, quarterback Tyrod Taylor are all out week 5. That is nasty. And Jonathan Taylor is hopeful to play week 6. We expect him to play and be back. Hunter Renfro is good to go. He's out of the concussion protocol. He's practicing in full. And wait, is that it? Yep. Okay, that's it. That's all the news. We went through that. That's great. I'm a good reader today. For now. I mean, that was a good reading by my standards. That was pretty good reading. Yeah. I mean, hopefully I win my leagues this week, but it's not looking good for a lot of my leagues. Lots of mess. Very messy. Started Naheem Hines in a couple leagues. It is what it is. All right, let's answer some questions. I think I like Kamara. I like trading anything to go get Kamara. I have Aaron Jones. Do I start AJ Dillon or Tyler Boyd as my flex? Somebody saying Boyd. I think you're gonna start AJ Dillon, actually. Yeah, start AJ Dillon. Don't be scared. Miles Sanders, Jamal Williams, Damian Pierce, Ramondre Stevenson start to full PPR. So bench Ramondre. You definitely starting Jamal Williams now that Swift is out. And so it's between Pierce and Sanders. And we're gonna start Sanders. Got to ride the hot hand. I feel like you either kind of general advice: you start Miles Sanders or trade him away right now. This is peak Miles Sanders season. I think you do that, but definitely bench Ramondre out of those four options. You got some really good options here. With Bateman out, I need a wide receiver full PPR. Josh Reynolds, Richie James. You're looking at Josh Reynolds more than likely. Definitely keep tabs on Amon Ra. Richie James is okay, but I think he plays Sunday morning in London. Gage is not the one. Josh Palmer, maybe. So you can't start Richie James as he plays too early. So you're looking at Josh Reynolds, and if not him, Josh Palmer. Should I trade Josh Allen, James Robinson, ETN for Fournette and Henry? No. Don't get Fournette and Henry. You bench Khalil Herbert if Montgomery suits up. You start Khalil Herbert if Montgomery plays, and I think we'll be able to do that. The Bears play early Sunday. I think you're going to be starting Jeff Wilson. I don't know. I think Montgomery plays, so and you'll be able to do that. So yeah, start Herbert if Montgomery is out. If Montgomery plays, start Jeff Wilson. Easy as that. And by the way, if you do a super chat, you go straight to the top, guaranteed to answer your question. All right. And thank you so much. The Recovery 716. Thank you for the dono. Love the show. 10 team, half PPR. Who should I start in flex? CeeDee Lamb, Ramondre, Jeff Wilson, or Mostert? Um, bench Mostert, bench Ramondre. So it's between CD and Jeff Wilson. And I don't know, CeeDee Lamb's kind of hard to sit. But what's the good news is like 99.99% chance CeeDee Lamb's good to go and is going to play. So go ahead and start him. If for some reason something crazy happens, I got great news for you. Jeff Wilson plays around the same time, so you'll have time to pivot. Um, yeah, they play the exact same time, I think. Yeah, Cowboys play 4:25 p.m. Eastern, and Niners play 4:05 p.m. Eastern. So start Jeff Wilson. Start CeeDee Lamb. If for some reason the 0.01% chance he's out, swap him out for Jeff Wilson. Well, it was an obvious question for sure that he just asked, but remember, CeeDee Lamb plays later, and CeeDee Lamb is questionable technically. Yeah. So Also, I like getting $5. That's cool too. He did give a fat donate. Maybe he just wanted to donate. You never know. What's up, Twitch fam in the building? I see you, Twitch fam. Start three, full PPR. CD, Lockett, Mike Williams, Scary Terry, Gabe Davis. If you pick CD as start, choose one in his place in case he doesn't play. So we just went over a CD Lamb question, right? I'm giving a 99.99% chance CD Lamb's gonna play. Um, bench. What you want to do is bench McLaurin, and you will have your guy for CD. You definitely want to start CD, but you're benching McLaurin. All right. Starting CD Lamb, starting Mike Williams. Um, there's nobody. I guess you have nobody to start in his place if all these guys play early. So unfortunately, oh, you should be able to have a flex or something to start in case CD Lamb doesn't go. But yeah, I would bench McLaurin and I'd probably bench Lockett. So McLaurin is ranked number 5 on my rankings, and then Lockett is ranked number 4. So hopefully you have an emergency start. Yeah, just take off the word sadly on at your comment because it's not sadly. He's been good. Yeah, we're benching McLaurin. It's a tough one. Yeah, we're benching McLaurin. Yeah. Curtis Samuel's the one I'm starting. Yeah, see, you wanted to donate. Hey, Couch, we appreciate you, but what is the but for? But we appreciate you, but shut up. Who do I flex? It's who do I flex? Who? But at flex, who do I start? Josh Reynolds or Curtis Samuel? Start Curtis Samuel for sure. Curtis Samuel could be a top 10 wide receiver. Lockett or DJ Moore. In DJ Moore could show up, but he's a must bench at this point. You have to bench DJ Moore. Gerald Everett or Schultz? Oh, we got an interesting question. Finally, guys, someone with an interesting question. Jeez. Wow, that's so cool. It's very interesting. I'm very interested. Gerald Everett or Schultz? Very interesting because Schultz did nothing last week, but we give him the benefit of the doubt. His first game back, he wasn't 100%. Gerald Everett, he's playing against the Browns. I would definitely bench Everett if Keenan Allen were out, but he's not. Um, that's a tough one. I think we ride the hot hand with the Gerald Everett. Well, I don't know if I can always count on you. I don't know if every question's a home run. I don't know about that if every question's interesting. But this one's a tough one. This one's really close. I think we just ride the hot hand and start Gerald Everett. Well, like I said, it's really close between those two. Yeah, I'm just joking, by the way. Sorry for the boring players, but pick one. Oh, this is really boring. This is the most you that was the most close and exciting question. Now we have the most boring question. So you win an award as well. Mooney, Rashad White, Nico Collins. Oh god. Yeah. Boring. depressing, crappy. Those are adjectives that come to mind. So Mooney, you never want to start him. I would not want to start Mooney. So bench Mooney and hmm, I think we start Rashad White with that game script against the Falcons. I'm starting Rashad White if it was those three. Bobby Trees or Pickens. Let's go with Robert Woods. Start Robert Woods. Brees Hall, Gabe Davis, or Dubs. Go ahead and bench Dubs between Brees Hall and Gabriel Davis. I would start Brees Hall. It's very close though between Brees and Gabe Davis. I think CMC is going to get bottled up. He's kind of like a poor man's Eckler in a way. So no rushing yards. He doesn't score a lot of touchdowns. So the only way he's going to get fantasy points is receptions, which he could. He's the type of guy who can get you 7 receptions. And if you're in PPR, that's 7 points plus the yards. That's going to equal up to like 14, 15 fantasy points. So he's still a good play just because of the receptions. We know that no one else is catching any balls over there. Trading away Zeke and Dante Johnson for Kamara. Is that crazy? I love the trade, by the way. So go get Kamara, my buy low candidate. Should I pick up Duvernay or roll with Jeff Wilson? It's definitely Jeff Wilson for me. Now, Duvernay has slightly more upside, big play guy for sure. Especially, wide receivers are more inconsistent, more volatile. But when you're talking about Lamar Jackson throwing to Duvernay, that's even more volatile. We wouldn't be shocked if Duvernay had 0 catches. We wouldn't be shocked if he had 2 big touchdowns, right? So that's Duvernay. He's a 0 to, it could be 25 fantasy points. But Jeff Wilson is going to get you 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 fantasy points. The median is higher for Jeff Wilson, and you're only going up against one guy. You got to beat one guy. So it's definitely Jeff Wilson for me, and it's not even close. White, ETN, Ayuk, or Brian Robinson. You can't start Brian Robinson his first game back, if he's even back. I wouldn't do it. So I think we're gonna roll with ETN. Let's do that. I would not go with Ayuk. Garrett Wilson or Lockett. Let's go with Tyler Lockett. Miles Sanders, Ramondre Stevenson, Damian Pierce. I feel like I'm getting like the same questions. Go ahead and bench Ramondre Stevenson. Oh yeah, I know Rashad Bateman is out, and like I said, Duvernay is a fine start this week. Just super volatile. It's a big play guy. And that's the main reason we're benching Duvernay in most cases, because he's a risky, low floor, boomer bust type of player. And that's not what we want when we're trying to beat just one opponent. It's what we want in tournament plays. Will Gus Edwards be good when he comes back? No, I don't think so. I like stashing him in IR, but he's limited in PPR leagues. He's like a poor man's Nick Chubb. He's like a poor man's Ezekiel Elliott. I'll put it like that. That's a great way to put it. I think Ezekiel Elliott will have much more value than Gus Edwards and perform much better than Gus Edwards. By the way, we do have a podcast, so make sure you check that out. Fantasy Couch Podcast. It's on Spotify, YouTube. It's the second YouTube channel. Go check that out. We did have our buy low, sell high on there. We recorded it last night, so it's out audio format and video format. So go check out the Fantasy Couch Podcast. Everyone, go subscribe to that, please, right now. And by the way, yeah, it is on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify. Where else is it? TuneIn, Stitcher, YouTube. My buy low candidate is definitely Kamara. That's my guy. I think he'll be back this week, and I think he'll ball out this week because after this week, the price could go up tremendously. All right. That's what I'm really worried about. If he has a good game, the price just went up twofold. Against the Seahawks, I think he'll ball out. No, you don't bench CMC. Now, benching CMC just totally goes against the fantasy football theory and like just how you play, the mentality. So what you want if I like you guys don't have to agree with me every time. So here's my thing. I'm starting CMC. I don't hate CMC this year, but if for some reason you see something I don't and you think CMC sucks, guys, I'm not right every time, obviously. You got to trade him. So you have two options recovery. Start CMC this week or trade him. You don't have any other option, okay? No other option. You do not bench him. Start him or trade him. Benching him is it just you just got to trust me. You can't do that. You can't bench CMC. The other options aren't that great. Yeah, it's just it makes zero sense. 0 cents. Goff, Wentz, or Dalton. Bench Dalton. Low upside. I get it's a decent matchup, but I wouldn't do it. Wentz, a little bit more upside. Pretty risky though. Then we have Jared Goff. Go start Jared Goff. Thank you so much for the donation. You just donated, right? That was you, right? This guy's killing it. Look at you, man. Thank you so much, Recovery. I got offered Stafford, Montgomery, and Devontae Adams for CMC and Mike Williams. I declined it. I don't like Stafford, and Montgomery is hurt. You want me to tell you if that was a good deal or not? Stafford, Montgomery, Adams for CMC, Mike Williams. Yeah. Decline that. Yeah. I don't love CMC, but I sure as heck don't hate him either. So you seem lower on him than me. Yeah, but not like nobody should be that low on him to trade for Stafford, who's Matthew Stafford is a borderline drop in a 1 QB league. He's been absolute bust. The Rams have been atrocious. What's up with all these guys in the commercials, right? Like we're seeing a lot of Russell Wilson commercials. We're seeing a lot of Sean McVay commercials. Remember before we saw a lot of Baker Mayfield commercials, and those guys sucked, bro. Those guys sucked. Baker sucked. Now Russell Wilson and Sean McVay suck. Ichigo, thank you so much for the donation, my friend. RBs are Najee, J Rob, Damian Pierce, and Jacobs. Which two should I start? PPR. Also, which remaining RB should I start at flex or Drake London? Okay, I got you. So I got James Robinson. Not a good start this week. Oh yeah, you're right, bro. You're right. How did I forget about pizza? Pizza. Wow. Snake McVay and Stafford, bro. Commercials, performance. Bro, I'm gonna draw this on a chart. I'm gonna draw this on a chart. Like the more big commercials you film, the more you suck, right? Like seriously. Yes, go pick up Cordell Patterson. What are you doing? Of course. He'll be back in 4 weeks too. Like I know he's technically allowed to be back in 4 weeks. He'll actually be back in 4 to 5 weeks. Like that injury won't take too long. Yeah, how could I forget about Stafford too? Stafford and McVay teaming up for the suckage. All right, so I was saying James Robinson is not an ideal start this week. Neither is Najee. Um, Dameon Pierce, I like him. I would start him. And Jacobs, I would start. I would start Jacobs. And then you got Drake London. Yeah, let's bench him just because, Drake London is a really good start this week, but he's kind of similar to Drake London, although two totally separate type of players. We're talking about predicting his floor, his ceiling. He's a risky start. Most people I would recommend to start Drake London, but since you have Dameon Pierce and Josh Jacobs, you got some decent high floor running backs. We're starting number one. You want to start Josh Jacobs. Don't bench him. He's your must start. And then number two, it's close between Drake London and Dameon Pierce. But as of right now, I'm not benching Dameon Pierce. So we're going Jacobs and Pierce. And again, thank you for the donations, Ichigo and Recovery. Thank you guys so much. BMW, Dobbins, Mostert, bench Mostert. Let's quit. I'm dropping Russ and going with Brady. Yeah, let's do it. What's the weather like there in San Francisco? Favorite shelf is now. I never said I live in San Francisco. I live in Northern California. Neither will confirm nor deny exact location. Um, Weather's good where I'm at. It's great. It's awesome. Favorite shellfish. Man, that's constantly changing. As of right now, I think it's lobster. I love crab though. I mean, they're all on the same level to me. I love crab. I love lobster. I mean, I love all seafood. I like I like everything, man. Like every seafood. Like seriously, like we can go through the list. There's so much shellfish, whatever. I like all seafood. So there's this thing called like cuttlefish. No one's really heard of it. Oh god, that's how it looks. I eat that. Oh my god, that is freaky, dude. It's like squid. It's the closest thing. Oh my god. Ugh. I actually eat that. Yeah, it's very much like squid. There it is. There's a picture. I'm gonna say food. Yeah, it looks great, man. Look at that. That looks like lobster. Yeah, so this is how it looks like right before you cook it. But cuttlefish is great. Cuttlefish. I eat rockfish. I eat every. Dang, that's how a rockfish looks like. I only eat it. Hey, that's crazy. Definitely, when it's cooked, it looks normal. What else seafood? I eat all. I mean, salmon, of course. I eat all the fish, but cuttlefish is a no. Squid, I don't like the deep fried. I mean, it's cool, calamari deep fried, with the breading. It's good, but like I prefer just regular squid, right? Not with all that breading and stuff. Goff or Kyler Murray? I'm gonna go with Kyler Murray. Favorite sports movie? Um, I like. Yeah, I don't think I have a favorite. I guess I would say The Program. That's pretty old school. Old school movie. Um, Slightly corny now. 1993, it's a little corny, but I mean, when it first came out, this is a really, really good movie. Like really good. Really good. Like super good movie. Um I like Blue Chips because it's like super over the top and crazy. It's like a cult classic. Like I watched Draft Day a bunch of times, even though it's not good. It's not also not bad. I don't know why. I have to keep watching it. Ishmael, thank you so much for the donation. Traded Mike Evans, Russell Wilson for DeAndre Swift. Good trade. Well, Russell Wilson is a zero. I'm not saying that to be funny or anything. Like, he's borderline droppable now in a 1 QB league. Let me know if this is Superflex because that changes everything. Russell Wilson has a lot of value in Superflex. He has almost no value in a 1 QB league. I think this is a great trade if you're the one getting Swift. First win, you take a small dub by getting rid of Russell Wilson. Next, you get a big win by selling high on Mike Evans, who's still going to be great this year. Don't get me wrong, but you're still selling high on him and buying low on Swift. I like that Swift is out this week. I love it. That means he's going to have an extra week to get super healthy. So he was probably would have been like a 50-50 this week, right? Not really great. All his other injuries should heal. He has a bye week coming up next week. He'll be back week 7. I love it. Aldo, what's up, man? Greetings from Tijuana. Quick question. Name a good kicker I can replace Carlson's bye week. Options are Robbie Gold, Crosby. Love the content. I really don't care for kickers 2 weeks in advance, but let's take a quick look since you asked the questions. Let's go to the Couch League. Kickers, get rid of free agency. Week 6. Matt Gay's solid. Tucker, of course. McPherson. Tyler Bass is great. Who you want is probably go get Harrison Butker, right? He was kind of nearing a return this week, at least a little bit. I think Harrison Butker is just doesn't have a great matchup, but he's pretty much elite, or let's say he's really, really good. And he's the type of kicker you can start any week. So maybe go get Harrison Butker. And you might even be able to put him on IR. He'll probably be ruled out tomorrow or Sunday. So you can even put him on IR. Robbie Gold, I would go with him if you can't get Butker. Robbie Gold is great. Probably not Crosby. He has low upside. Oh, never mind. He's going up against the Jets. That's another good one. I mean, these guys are all good. There's not a lot separating them, but Butker, I like. Yeah, Crosby's good against the Jets. Robbie Gold, I really like against the Falcons. Let's see what else we got. Those are some good names. Cardinals kicker going against the Seahawks. That'll be good. But I don't trust the Cardinals kicker. I would start Dalton Schultz this week and bench Conklin. Last week it was starting Conklin and benching Schultz. I have both. We have both on the Throne League. This is our league, by the way. We drafted as a team. So I am starting Dalton Schultz and I'm benching Conklin. Last week we did the opposite. Last week we started Conklin and benched Schultz. Awesome, man. Good job, you got Swift. It would be for week 6. I know that. Weren't we looking at we were looking at week 6, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because the Packers play the Giants this week. Garrett Wilson or Slim Reaper. Let's go with the Slim Reaper. Start Devontae Smith. Start one Mostert, Curtis Samuel, J Rob, or Gabe Davis. Start Curtis Samuel. Favorite cheese. That's gonna be this cheese called halloumi. I don't know how to spell it. It doesn't melt though, so you can deep fry it. You can grill it. Grill is the best. Barbecue grill. You can grill it. It does not melt. Yeah, it's really good. Hi, legend. I just came in. Don't know if you answered this, but would you drop Russell Wilson for either Gino or Zach Wilson? Um, this is one's a tough one. I would lean towards no. But then again, like, can you add another quarterback? So, like, for instance, look, let me give you an example. Like, so I can't give you a yes or no. I mean, if I had to, I would say no. But let me give you an example. I'm in two leagues where my quarterback situation's not ideal. So one league is the Patreon tournament. I have Stafford and Trey Lance. So I dropped Trey Lance. I added Jimmy Garoppolo, and I think I added Deshaun Watson. I had Zach Wilson. So it's like I have a deep bench. So I added some backups, some backup quarterbacks, right? I don't know if you want to necessarily drop Russell Wilson. In another league, I'm having a lot of bad luck in. I got Derek Carr. I think he'll turn it around starting this week. But I added Jimmy G. And I think he matches up good with the bye week. So week 6, I think Carr's on bye, or week 7, I forget. But I got Jimmy G going against the Falcons or Chiefs. Yeah, week 6. So it's like, yeah, it's not really, it's a tough question. I mean, Russell Wilson does suck. Um, and I would want to add Zach Wilson, not Geno Smith, if you were to add one. So hopefully you got more bench spots. No, a funny thing, I actually hate going to games now because of what I do, my job. Like when I do go to an NFL game, I feel like I miss the entire day. I have a lot of fun, but it's like I feel like it I can just never get caught up. So I have to go and watch all these games. It ruins my whole schedule. I like chilling at home, watching all the game. I gotta every second of my life really matters. I don't have a lot of time, right? So I'm either going live, doing research, answering questions, reading YouTube comments, doing my other work. Like there's a lot going on. And if I go to a game, you guys been to a game, it's a whole day thing. You get tired, you got to drive, you got to, pay for parking, this and that. Like it's just this whole ordeal, tailgating. A lot of fun. You guys do it. It's great. Not for me though anymore. Like I'm just on a different type of mission. That's all. So I haven't been to a game in several years. If I'm going to a game, it's a Niners game though for sure. Trevor Lawrence over Geno Smith. Geno Smith's overrated right now. Tom Brady's probably going to get divorced. Start Dalton Schultz. Smushy. At flex, Curtis Samuel, Ramondre, or Jeff Wilson. Start Curtis Samuel. Herbert versus Pierce. It's not a coin flip one bit. If Montgomery plays, bench Herbert. If Montgomery's out, start Khalil Herbert, and that's it. Start Cousins over Murray. I think the matchup is good, but I don't care about. Remember, matchup is just one factor, and it's not enough for me to bench Kirk Cousins. They're actually really close, Kirk Cousins and Kyler, but I'm starting Kyler Murray. Hands down, final answer. Lock it. Was just offered Herbert for Russ and Jonathan Taylor. Love Herbert with my RV. Yeah, no, you can't do that trade. That trade only makes sense in Superflex, and it still may not do it. Brees Hall or Mostert or Lazard or Godwin. Man, you really should have said if it was PPR. So bench Mostert, bench Lazard. Well, Jahan Dotson is out. So I think it was between Jeff Wilson and Curtis Samuel. We're going Curtis Samuel, baby. I think it was $8,300 in one day. 8,000 something. How do we do Twitter advanced search? I don't know how to find that. 8,000 something. No, I don't know how to. It was last year around this time. Yeah, I don't know how to find, but it was like $8,300. Well, I would have said that Pittman is going to be great, but maybe I'm wrong. You guys see how Matt Ryan played yesterday? Curtis or Dubs? Curtis Samuel, bro. Easy. Dontrell Hilliard, Mark Ingram, or Eno Benjamin. Um, Start Mark Ingram, I guess, if Kamara is out. Otherwise, let's go with Dontrell Hilliard. Again, have you seen how Matt Ryan played? I think that'll answer because he's the guy throwing the ball to Alec Pierce, and that's not good. It's really not good. I do have to end this though in a few minutes. So I got to do something, and then we will right after this live stream. I got to do something for 5 minutes, and then we'll head on over to Discord, general voice channel. So let me know if you need a link to the Discord. You can talk, you can listen, you can chop it up with us. Let me know if you need a link to that Discord because we'll hop on there on the general voice channel. Edmonds for ETN, half PPR, yes or no? I prefer ETN. I think he might come alive. I prefer the ETN side. Yeah, it was rough. So, I'm a Pittman fan. I'm an Alec Pierce fan. I'm not a Matt Ryan fan at all anymore. Dubs Henderson or Ayuk? Another interesting question. Dubs Henderson or Ayuk? I'm going with Romeo Dubs here. Yes, Discord is open for anybody. Just join the general voice channel. Drake London, look, the upside is tremendous. He can easily get about 23 fantasy points easily. But he's also very volatile. So that the Bucks decide to double him, that may change a lot. A lot of run plays, a lot of screen plays, hitting Olamide Zacchaeus. I honestly don't remember the other wide receivers' names. It's rough, man. So you probably do want to start Drake London. I like him. But just keep in mind that he does have a very low floor. What kind of player would you give up if you got Fournette and Lamb in return? I probably would not trade for Fournette. If you do trade for Fournette, make sure you're starting him this week. This could be one of the best weeks to start him against the Falcons. I mean, dude, it's really, whoever the guy needs, right? It's about the other team you're trade. It's about who the Fournette and CD Lamb owner is and his roster or her roster. Thanks for always being super awesome with me, Couch. Really appreciate it. Appreciate your support, Val. Thank you so much. What do you think about all right, last one here. Brandon Cooks, Dylan, Amari Cooper, Herbert, or Ramondre flex PVR. So if Montgomery is out, start Khalil Herbert. Done deal. If Montgomery does, and that game is early Sunday, so that's good. If Montgomery does play, we're going to go with Brandon Cooks. All right. So Herbert, if Montgomery is out, if not, let's go with Brandon Cooks. All right, guys, at exactly 7 p.m. Eastern. So in 6 minutes, I will hop on over to Discord. Let me know if you need that link right now because I'm going to end this stream. Anybody need the Discord link? Let me know. I can get that for you. I don't think anybody does. All right. Well, we're going to end it there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. 5 minutes, 6 minutes later, I'll hop on the Discord voice channel. Yeah, I take the link. All right, let me get that link for you. All right, I'm going to drop the link right now in the chat. Make sure you copy paste it, save it. Make sure you got it. Because once I log out, I don't know, it might be hard to find it. All right, I'm dropping the link right now. It will be in the voice channel, general voice channel at the very bottom. So when you do go to Discord, make sure you read the welcome section, read the rules, and react by clicking on the green check emoji. Again, once you're in the Discord, go to the welcome channel, read the rules, hit the green check emoji. I'll see you guys in 5 minutes on the voice channel over there. All right, guys, good luck this week. See you on Discord.